Good evening, everybody. Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. And we're back after a long hiatus for summer. Everybody's back, ready to rock. So with me tonight, we have Conrad as Arno Jerkel.
Hello again!
We have... Oh, I've got people in the wrong place. So I've got Bartholomew and thing in the wrong place. Let me put you over there. And then you over there. We've got Michael Tharfall Eldon. Tharfall Eldon.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Wes as Valishal Nostius.
Hey, everyone.
We have Aleki as Bartholomew Pringle.
Hello.
We have Mark as Lance.
I'm not rocking, but I'm here to roll.
And we have the arch traitor herself, soon to leave for pastures green or orange or whatever colour Australia is, Danny Galandra Rivenstar.
But he's not totally bitter at all.
No. Yeah, so everybody, Galandra may be leaving us. Well, no, she's not. She insists that she's going to be able to play at 3 o'clock in the morning when she's in Australia. So,
I'll
definitely have to take like 2 months off because the process of like living with my mother-in-law and then traveling over there, I'll definitely be about 2 months.
Well, there we go. Isn't that great? We're all fun and games. Right, so anyway, we had a couple of people off the last time we played. We also had a big break, so we'll do a quick reminder of the last session. So we had the trial. The last session was the trial of Triarch Subern. Weeks, yeah. I was like, I can't even remember who it is now. But yes, we had the trial. We had basically the group had to sort of touch the crystal. Those of you who have been here from the start will recognize the crystal as being the one that sent Solden to his doom, or at least was party to that death. Everybody, was fine, bar bar Arno, who had a vision where he basically spoke to the old man, and there was a lady present at the time as well, who the old man, aka Bahamut, was telling to not be mischievous and to behave, basically. So Arno's come out of that. The trials happened. They've basically banged Subern to rights. And then it's turned out that Subern wasn't actually Subern. And in fact, Subern had been killed and taken... the place had been taken by your other arch nemesis, Gibbons. So he had basically transformed himself into Subern, and was in the process of corrupting the crystal and doing bad things until Arno stole all my fun and put a big rock barrier around the crystal and screwed up my plans. But we carried...
I was right about Subern all along.
Yeah, well, yeah. So he was killed, and he got replaced by a doppelganger. So basically, what's happened? You managed to actually kill Gibbons. As you've done this, a portal has opened up, and being the heroic figure he is, Arno has basically done a Aragorn and jumped into the portal, closely followed by the rest of the party, and that's where we are at this moment in time. Have I missed anything out from those who can remember? Was there anything else? So basically,
I think I missed a chunk, and then I came back for jumping in the portal. I think I missed the whole actual battle bit.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so it was pretty nasty. I had sort of time. Mike Barton, Portal of Nerds. You're a nerd, Mike. I think I'd used like a time stop thing, but Mr. Pringle had used what was it you used to kind of
It was
foil?
paralysis.
Yes,
I
you
won the paralysis, and it worked rather too well.
yeah.
For like 10
Spoiled my fun. Spoiled my fun. So both of you spoiled my fun. But anyway, so the six of you have gone through the six of you have gone through the portal, leaving everybody else behind, and this is where we move on to. So, first up, let me go.
Are we in the same place?
No, you're not in the same place. So there's not
We're
going to
in
be
a
right.
whole new world, whole new campaign, completely from the start.
So there's going to be like I said before, I've talked to some of you. I haven't talked to others. You can't no sort of talking to each other about if you've had conversations and stuff. So it might ruin the fun. There's not going to be loads of battle maps or anything. It's going to be more theater of the mind currently until we get to certain points. So hopefully. I've got my flow chart. Hopefully, it doesn't get absolutely destroyed. And what the hell?
The other thing I will say is I don't know where I was with spell slots and stuff like that before.
You'll probably get a rest.
We just long rest.
Yeah, you'll probably get a rest shortly anyway and stuff.
The portal takes a long time to go through.
Well, yeah, we'll go. So okay, so we'll do this. We will do this. Okay. Can everybody see the nice picturesque woodland scene that is upon us? Okay.
Looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so Arno, you go through the portal and you come out into this quite nice, very warm summer afternoon into sort of into a forest with a nice sort of dirt track that sort of goes off into the distance. You can kind of see in the far distance what looks like a small settlement. It's very quiet. Birds are singing. The sun's out. It's quite. It makes you feel slightly happy. You're based on everything that's happened in the past and everything that's gone on. You're feeling sort of good for once in a long time. In fact, you've got this sort of feeling of familiarity that surrounds you. There's certain things. It's like you can't put your finger on it, but you feel like there's something here that reminds you of your childhood. Before, everything happened, some actual good times in your life. As you come out, actually, give me a perception check.
How do we do this? Perception. Nice. 19.
Okay.
This is all of us.
No, it's just just Arno at the moment. Yeah. Okay.
Is anyone else there? Or is it just me?
Just you currently at this moment in time. So you've gone in first.
You talking all of us then?
Yeah. So just Arno at this moment in time. Okay. So you do hear some muffled sounds. It's a bit, bearing in mind the situation around you is very tranquil. It's very idyllic. But you've got this sort of sound in your background. It sounds like not screams, but somebody's trying to contact you. But it's like through water. It's like somebody's trying to scream your name, but it's through water. It's not very. It's quite faint. It's quite hard to hear. But they've said your name. You can't.
What name are they using?
They've used Jarek. So it's a bit odd. It's a bit of a contrast compared to what you're hearing, you're seeing around you. But
Do I have my like full wits about me, thinking suspicious, or am I kind of sort of half charmed and not thinking
I
much
think
of it?
you are pretty much sort of you've basically come from a situation where everything is this is going on, bad stuff's happening, and you've come into a situation which is familiar. It feels like home to you, or at least the small part of your home that you had, before, your sort of backstory came out.
So I'm not like I don't have suspicious. I'm not suspicious. I just feel this familiarity, and I'm running.
No,
with
I think part of you, because you've talked to, the old man and stuff. I think you're sort of feeling.
I only jumped in the portal because of basically trusting in him. So I will have.
Yeah, what he
wherever
said.
I've ended up, I know I was being led somewhere I needed to go. I think.
Yeah. So he's. Yeah. So you've gone through, and there's something odd going on. You've got like this sort of, it said your name, but it's sort of very muffled, and it's hard to explain. Sort of like, if somebody had shouted it through water, but you can't really make it out, but it was your name. As you sort of kind of shake that off, a woman comes walking out of the trees. So she sort of just appears from the undergrowth, or the sort of kind of the foliage. Her eyes are like pools of liquid silver fixed upon your every nuance. Her voice is a playful whisper, laced with intrigue. And she says, "My love, we meet again, woven together by fate's delicate threads. I sense the weight of your choices, the echoes of your past, but fret not, for I am here to offer guidance and touch of mystery, unveiling the obscured path that stretches before you." So you recognize this person. You recognize this person. You recognize this person, and I think you understand. This is the bit. So I can carry on like this, or I can ask them to mute themselves, so that to block their ears, so they don't hear this next part. It's up to you. If I carry on with this, it's kind of something that relates to his character only, that you guys won't know about.
Well, you revealed a lot of stuff in the last session. I think we're in enough. Everybody can RP.
Yeah. Okay.
Around it, unless you think it's better.
No. That's fine. Okay. So you recognize it. It's Kiri. You recognize Kiri. Kivy, sorry, yeah, Kivy. And she says, and she sort of kind of, she's smiling at you. You are, it's always good to see her. You are besotted by this woman, and it's always good to see her. And she says, as for our recent run-in with the old man, spouting wisdom and prophecies like a senile parrot. But remember, my love, sometimes the wisdom of gods can be as laughable as a clown at a funeral. Take his words with a grain of salt, for every divine beings may lead us astray in this with their cryptic advice. But it's good to see you. And she sort of kind of bends down and gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Arno sort of bows his head and said, Did you bring me here?
She smiles, and it's just as she's about to reply, Galandra and Lance come through the portal.
I sort of turn around, and I was like, I wasn't sure any of you followed.
To be fair, I'm not entirely sure where we followed you to.
You're
In
part of
truth-
the party. Of course, we would follow.
In truth, neither am I. Do you?
I'm kind of like I'm
do
like
they-
looking
do they
around,
speak
like
Hebrew? Or is she only visible to me, or has she disappeared?
No, she's there. There's a woman there. As far as the others, Bartholomew.
Is she
We'll say,
sorry,
in fact, we'll
is-
to sort of kind of speed things on site. I'll say everybody sort of comes through the portal and appears one by one. You have. As you're sort of talking to each other people start coming through basically within the time that they came through at the end. So you have Arno standing there. She's standing there looking, very sort of kind of happy and sort of smiling at everybody and looking at you with no real surprise.
Arno is very surprised because she's never revealed herself to anybody else before, as far as he's aware, and
Yeah.
he'll just be questioning everyone. Do you see her?
I know I'm a little cracked, but I'm not that far gone.
Before
Is it-
before sort of anybody, everybody's sort of kind of looking at you oddly, like, can you see her? She turns around, she says, "Why, hello there. I'm Selena. I'm an old friend of Arno here. We've shared countless adventures together, and it is the gods' fates that we meet in this random place."
Arno looks quite perplexed, but he stays silent.
It'd be perception, wouldn't it? To see if I notice his
Insight.
insight. Just to see if I notice how uncomfortable you look.
Mhm.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I do.
Mhm.
Are you okay, Arno? You don't seem to be. You do not seem to be in agreement with your friend.
He flits a look to her and sort of frowns, like, yes, it has just been some time since we last met. She has saved me and been with me on many an occasion prior. I'm just very surprised to see her here.
Yes, it's quite an unbelievable story, to be honest. You see, I recently settled down in the charming village nearby, and she points to the the sort of kind of village you see in the sort of distance, the odds of bumping into my dear Arno here in these woods are nothing short of miraculous. It's almost as if the whims of fate conspired to bring us together in this unexpected time.
And what is this place?
You,
It seems familiar to me.
yeah. So the rest of you, you can give me perception checks if you want.
Done.
Oh yeah, time to fill my rolls. All of us? Sorry.
Yeah.
Or was
I
it
rolled
it.
roll three now, are we?
I'm kind of like looking around as if, like, is this place
I don't believe
real?
it's real.
I'm
Yeah.
quite skeptical.
Well,
Val's
you
like,
probably
oh, I
do.
don't know. Val's like,
I
"It could
don't
be
know
real,
what
it could
it's
not,
like."
I don't know.
Are these trees real? And just starts eating leaves.
You just like look.
I rolled
looking
a
at
23 deception, Matt.
Yep, cool. So as far as everybody can see, you are in a forest. It is as picturesque as it looks, and for some reason my forest music has disappeared. I'll stick that back on again.
Yeah,
it's all an illusion.
Yeah, it's there. It's a physical place. It has this feeling of familiarity to all of you. In fact, you look around and Galandra, you see plants that you were sure only sort of grew in Denine, where you're from. Again, Tharavel, you see sort of these very rare mushrooms that sort of only have sort of grown in sort of your village and stuff. You see these things that fill you with warmth, but yet sort of sadness as well for your sort of your past or your homes. You all have these.
As someone who's got familiarity with other realms and dimensions, is there anything I can roll to see if I recognize anything that would denote this as being a realm other than Freya?
You. What have you got? What have you got?
Arcana.
Like
maybe?
I could roll
religion.
Arcana, yeah, I suppose. Or
Yeah.
religion.
It wouldn't be religion unless you were praying.
True. Okay.
Nature? I don't know.
Insight.
Insight would insight possible, maybe a history check because if you're sort of learnt about certain things, you might maybe give us a history check.
That's right. I've got no bonuses on it, so.
Yeah, you're not sort of kind of you got again for you as well. There's certain it reminds you of the glade where your mother lived. You've got sort of you're in your brain you're sort of thinking this place is I'm sure this is in Cragmere, or I think there was Cragmere where we were where she was. Yeah, Cragmere. It just all. It's quite a pleasant thing for you all. You're not sort of like it catches you off guard for how pleasant it is.
That's why I'm extra skeptical.
Yeah. So she, Selena, she says to you, it's a beautiful place, isn't it? It's one of the reasons I reside here. Unfortunately, we have had some bad news back in the village. There has been in fact, she sort of says, I'm quite new to this area. If we'll go back to the village, and I'll let the elder mayor explain to you what's going on. It's just down here, and she sort of.
I turn to Arno and kind of like raise an eyebrow and say, "You trust this woman?"
With my life.
I kind of look to the rest of the party and be like,
That seems enough for me. So Val
"He's
just
not
nods along.
he's not failed us so far." So
Okay.
With our lives, even.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you sort of make your way through this sort of. You're walking through the glade. There's butterflies, birds chirping. You look around yourself, and again, just things. You rub your hand on the bark, pick flowers that you've not seen for a long time. It's a nice summer walk. The only sort of thing that maybe is that you're pretty sure summer was coming to an end, in Balon, but you're just taking it.
can I ask Kivi on the way?
Or
there?
Selena.
Oh, sorry, Selena. Can I ask Selena? So where exactly are we? I'm asking like land-wise. Like where are we?
Geographically.
Yeah, geographically.
This we're going to a a village called where is it? North Mill. It's situated in the and she sort of kind of seems. She says she's situated in, and she's like, I can't remember the name of the land. It'll come to me. I'll let you know. And she sort of carries on walking.
Do any of us recognize the name North Mill?
You can give me a history check if you want.
Well,
That was for
no one.
That was the first one. Was Saravel to do Tharavel too?
Saravel's not with you.
Oh, was he not?
There's only the six of you.
Saravel?
There's only the six of you currently.
Okay.
Wow, three of us got freeze, man. What the hell?
I thought we
Come on,
did real well.
come on,
Ooh,
Barty.
okay,
Jesus.
so
Jesus,
Marty to the
Bartholomew.
rescue.
Bartholomew, you're a very learned gentleman, and you have you're sort of you've done a lot of sort of study on the geography of Freya and around, and you're just like North Mill doesn't ring a bell with you. You're sure it's sort of. You're like, did this exist in a certain area? There's something about it that sort of does ring a bell, but there's something you're not sure about. There's something about it that doesn't sort of make sense to you. Like you can recollect that you've heard. In fact, I've gone back. I'm gonna have to go back to my flowchart for a minute.
Uh-oh.
The most organized map.
Break it.
Most organized map.
Okay, yeah.
Break
So,
it.
all right. Okay, so you do Sorry, ignore me. So you do recognize the name. You are. You think it exists in sort of what's it called? Kyrelia. It's a village in Kyrelia, near the whereabouts. Let me see if I can got a map here. Where the fuck is my map? Where's my map?
I was going to say this is the most organized you've ever been, but I'll take it back now.
Yeah, sorry.
There's
No,
nothing worse than knowing the information exists, but you cannot for that final.
Yeah. It's just I wasn't. Sorry. The question sort of kind of went. I was like, oh shit, yeah. I didn't even think about sort of this part. So my flowchart failed me already. Where are we? Where's the map? How the fuck is it? I'm sure we had a map of the whole area.
Yeah, we do. It's on Wild Anvil.
Yeah, I know it's there, but there's one on. There it is. Birth 1 minute. So, it is potentially. Let's see if I can find.
This is very relaxing music. I'm very tired.
Yeah, it is here. I don't know if I can put it on.
It's like spa music.
Yeah, it really is spa music.
It's not the red circle, but it is it is it can't be that because that was Waterside actually. Yeah, so we're going to say it's here. I was going to make it up. It's here.
Cool. In relation to the capital, whereabouts is it?
So the capital's here, in the big. It's in the south. It's in the south east. The capital's on the big sort of hill. I can't remember what I've named it. I've got a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's up there. So it's down here. It is relatively close to. Well, it is relatively close. In fact, actually, this. Let me just check the overlays on this.
We're a hell of a lot closer to my homeland than we've ever been before.
Yep. You are not in Kyrelia, actually. Let me just check.
We're just
You're,
next to
you are in
Nam.
you are in Belmore, actually. You're not in Kyrelia, you're in Belmore. Which is one of the... You're in Belmore, so you're basically where Lance is from. Or
Yeah, I
that,
was just thinking that.
that's where the name sort of rings true. It's a sort of... It would have formerly been a Kyrelian settlement, but is now a part of Belmore. So that's where the name rings a bell for you.
Okay. Nice.
It's complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, so Belmore, it used to be, so Belmore and Asawara are two sort of kind of buffer states created by what are they called? They're not mercenaries. They were orders, two orders who were there to try and defend the portal of Aberath. That's World of Warcraft. The portal of... Oh my god, I've forgotten everything about this campaign because we haven't done anything. Anyway, the portal in the middle of the map, and they have basically been given a land to stop the Kyrelian and the Elathian empires from clashing, making sure that the portal and the Tree of Power are safe, pretty much. Safe. Right, okay. Right, so back to this.
I'll sort of like drop back a little bit and just say, well, North Mill definitely exists. I remember the name. I think I might have heard from it at home, not far from Corellia, actually. Part of Belmont now. It's strange that she wouldn't know that. I'd watch this one.
Yeah.
If she doesn't know, she's an idiot, and if she does know, she's honest.
She looks over
Andrew giggles.
and she just smiles at you. Doesn't say anything, just carries on.
Lady.
So you make your way to the village. I will just give you a map. I was going to say you need to find a map, but I might as well just show it to you. It just makes it easier.
Arno will walk alongside Lance for a second and just kind of quietly ask, "Who is this strange guy who came in the portal with you?"
He has
Wait, you
been
forgot
helping us. He's a traveling magician that has kind of got carried along with some of the issues being caused by our friend with the armor and the interesting ideas.
You trust him?
He has not given us any reason to distrust him as yet. And he has somehow avoided running screaming from the city.
So you're looking. You sort of make your way down the path into the village. It's and again, just like the trees and the forest around you, it's a very tranquil looking village. There's people working on the farms, going about their business. It's not super busy, but it's not dead either. People say hello to you as they pass, as you walk into the village itself. Selena says to you, "This is North Mill. I live just down the road. I live just down the road in one of the small homesteads at the end. It's a beautiful place. Do you not agree?" And she sort of opens her arms up and sort of kind of does this little bit of a spin, as she seems very happy with the area.
Arno will be like really suspicious of her inside. Like, he would never have expected her to reside in a house, but he'll still remain quiet. But he's like, what's going on here?
Yeah. So let me just what was I going to do? Where were we? Okay, so you walk into the village. Again, so people say hello to you. There's nothing any major sort of it's nice. Again, it's very familiar. It kind of reminds you of Falcross slightly in certain ways. Bartholomew, it sort of kind of reminds you of the village you grew up in. Sorry, you grew up in the city, didn't you? Sorry, one of the sort of villages you visited on your travels. It's got this air of sort of familiarity. Like you're sure certain things. It's like that, that's where the babbling bat was, or there's certain things that just seem like this is a very familiar place.
Does it seem like, is it just like the occasional like structures and stuff that sort of like recall like a fond memory, or is it more that it seems a bit like more of like more like someone's made a collage out of like?
Yeah, it's not so. Lance is complete.
That was not intentional. That was me trying to move the frigging button.
Okay. Yeah. So it's as far as you as a person are concerned, the village is. It sort of resembles a village that you have been in before, and you have fond memories of. Maybe you had a lover there. I'm not 100% sure on your backstory with regards to certain things, so you can fill in the blanks yourself. But it's a familiar place for you.
Do I hear these muffled voices anymore, or was it just when I came through the portal?
When you came through the portal, you heard the voice. It was a distressed voice. You could potentially say it was a scream, but a very muffled one.
Was it male or female? What tone?
You would probably grasp it was female. Okay, so as she's sort of kind of pointing out sort of things, and she's like sitting there and she's pointing at different things, and you're all looking at, Tharvel, you see there's a homestead that looks really like the one that you grew up in, and there's lots of different things. Like Lance, you're sure that you're sort of in Belmer there was one of the areas you came through with your retinue way back in the days. You feel like you've been here before. It's very but it's not. Well, I guess it's up to you how suspicious you are and stuff, but it's the familiarity breeds sort of a feeling of security and warmth based on the fact that you've had darkness and stress and death for since you came to Balon, and it just feels different. It feels nice.
All of us are like, no, nothing happy. We don't do this.
I was just gonna say, like, for someone like Valishal, like that's just gonna feel so uneasy. I don't know, like.
So the a gentleman walks out of the out of like the big sort of central building just there, which is, you assume, is the town hall. He comes out and he greets Selena, and I think he greets you all. He says, welcome, travelers. My name is Gregory Peck. My name's Gregory Peck, and I'm the mayor of this village. I believe what brings you here? Selena sort of says, "Oh, Gregory, these you wouldn't believe it, but this is a good friend of mine I've known for many years. He and his friends were walking through the woods, and I thought I would show them our wonderful village." I says, "Well, it is a wonderful and tranquil place. It's unfortunately the tranquility has been somewhat marred by," and he looks for the first time sad and even maybe slightly angry at his thoughts. You can give me a perception check if you want, or you can actually perception check.
Bling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I saw a butterfly.
you with his lance, you sort of
No, I'm not pulling that out from underneath you.
that's what she said.
He's going to sleep on top of the blanket. I'll never be able to get it out from under him if he falls asleep on it.
You just you see that there's definitely distress in what he is saying. You do. What did you get? You didn't get a crit, but you got. Let's see.
I'll just walk around like, huh?
Still a 24.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I got 18 plus 6.
Yeah. So you notice that the familiarity of the area that you once, you were sure that you've been there before. It sort of it disappears slightly, but then comes back. So you had that feeling of, I know this place, and you're just like, I don't recognize this place, but then it comes back and says, no, I do recognize this place. But you had that lull of there was something odd.
Missing.
Yeah, there's something missing.
Yeah. Could Barty take himself away for 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic as a ritual? Or we could do it
Put my life back on.
as a full,
Yeah,
a real-time thing. If,
how long does it take for Detect Magic?
10 minutes plus however long it takes. It only takes an action to cast, so it'll be 10 minutes for a
Okay.
ritual.
Have you got spell slots for it?
As a ritual, you don't need a spell slot.
Okay,
It just
right.
takes forever.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll
Yep.
find a quiet corner and get to work.
Just walk off like, sorry, I just need a minute in this town I don't know.
Oh, this
Bye.
is busting. Really
Yeah.
need to find somewhere to
Is
whiz.
there an outhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just ask a question, about Farival? Like, is he not more freaked out that his brother's not there, or is the surroundings suppressing any kind of anxiety you have over that?
No, because when you all went through the portal, they weren't in the court with you, so none of them were in the court with
Cerivel
you.
wasn't there. Okay,
So,
all right.
yeah,
fine.
Cerivel.
Okay, well, that sort of explains a little bit more then.
Yeah, none of them. It was only the 6 of you in the court, so.
Yeah.
Or
I
the
remember
5
now.
of you in the court. Sorry, 6 of you. Sorry, 6 of you in the court. Yeah. As you
I'm going to be walking around with one eyebrow up, like, I'm still not convinced.
So he basically he says to you that and maybe he looks at you, maybe you can help. There's a witch in there's a witch in the north, sorry, in the south, who has been terrorizing this village and ruining our tranquility and ruining our the peace that is here. She has taken some of the children. She has killed members of the populace, and it seems that Selena's fortune is my fortune too. Would you be able to help me deal with this witch?
You know much of why she killed the village people?
Killed the village
The
people.
music was shit.
That's a lot more invested than when it was children.
She says to you, or he says to you, she must just be jealous of our utopia. We have spent long we've spent a long time, a hard time making this place as nice and pleasant and beautiful as you can see as possible, and with the darkness in the southeast, it is creeping into our utopia.
I'm trying to suppress the urge to ask him what's in it for us.
Arno will, he'll fold his arms at this point, and he'll just start staring at Selena, and he'll try and sort of reflect a look like, what the fuck is this? He knows that any kind of threat or mention of trouble is not something that she couldn't deal with herself or manipulate. So he won't say anything, but he'll be giving her that kind of look like, what are you doing?
She looks at you and she smiles. And let me just check something here for a minute. I hope I don't press anything without. I feel like I'm going to press a button and you're going to see something. And I don't want you to see it. Okay, let me just check something here. Breath 1 minute. I'm just sorry, I'm just reading. Okay. Okay, no, she just smiles at you, and she says, "I'm sure that my friends and my good friend, and myself would be able to help you, Mayor. Anything to bring peace back to North Mill. It is late though. Do you feel? Sorry, is there any? Do you think there'll be any space at the inn for them to rest for tonight? Gregory Peck, the mayor, says, "Of course. There's plenty of space in the inn," and he sort of kind of wavers over to the we'll say, where's the inn? There. And says, just tell them that I sent you, and when you're rested and you've had a good night's sleep, come back and give me your give me your answer. If you cannot help, it is not. Do not fret. Do not worry. I hold nothing against you. You are but strangers in this land. But it would be appreciated if you could provide some aid.
Val looks back to the mayor and asks, before you depart, could you direct me to your local temple?
He says to you, we don't have any temples here. We have many people of many faiths, and so we all worship of their gods is a personal thing, and not a group activity.
Looks old.
Basically, like sort of hearing about the kidnapped children and things like this, Tharaval, despite having not being convinced by his surroundings, feels the need to investigate nonetheless. So he steps forward and says to the mayor, "We shall render the aid, but verily I've discerned that tales oft possess facets beyond the first glance. 'Tis been an age since such solace graced my existence in this realm, only for darkness to follow with haste. If there is more to tell us of this story, then speak it now."
He of course he says, she comes she will just come with no warning, and all we will know is what a family will be distraught because their child has been taken, or that a mother or a father has been killed, and or taken off to who knows what, to her lair. Unfortunately, I know not where she lives. We have sent men out, and they have never returned. We need you to find it and to bring her to justice for her crimes.
Matt, can I just roll a quick wisdom roll to see whether Arna would question anything?
Yeah, if you want to.
No. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, as far as your
step forward.
Yep.
No, I was rolling personally to see if he would challenge Selena on her strange behavior, but he's just going to roll with it with a 4.
Yep.
I step up to Tharaval's shoulder and say, "Rest assured, we are not big fans of those that would slay the innocent. And once we have located the culprit, we will be very happy to dole out appropriate justice to them, wherever they may hide."
Yeah. She, he looks very happy about this. He's like, thank you. I wasn't expecting much. I was looking for some saviors. I was praying for some saviors, and here you are. And here you are. He says, have as much ale, as much food as you want on the village, on me, for tonight. And thank you, travelers.
I say thank you, Gregory.
Gregory. Yeah.
Gregory.
See, as you say, Gregor, as you say that, a familiar face sort of pops out of one of the buildings and says, "Milady, what are you doing here?" And Gregor sort of kind of standing there. Gregor's like, "Milady, what are you doing here?"
I will turn round as I hear the voice. I don't know what side is coming out, but hearing that voice, I'll like whip round really, really quickly to where that voice is coming from and just like stare at him for a second, like.
he's just
Yeah.
like and
Wait, out of
he
character.
looks.
Is Gregor alive or dead?
Gregor's
He's
alive.
alive.
Yeah, Gregor's basically.
He's been there since. Was it like OG?
Yeah,
Not
he's
day
from
one,
the
but,
very
like,
pretty much
No,
from the
I
very
know. I
start.
just,
Yeah.
I just thought we had some OG NPCs that died in the massive Draken funeral, so I was just checking he
No,
didn't.
Gregor's
Gregor's
alive.
lived.
He's basically
He's hanging on.
he's basically Galandra's
Can't get rid of
squire.
him.
He's basically Galandra's squire.
Yeah. No, I know.
I can't remember where I left. I can't remember where I was supposed to have left him.
Yeah. And he looks confused. He looks confused, and he just. He is more dumbfounded than he generally is, but
All the time.
So I spin around and stare at him, and I signal to Galandra to stay where she is, and I step out and I walk over rapidly, and take him by the arm and lead him back inside the building.
okay. He's like, what is it? He's sort of kind of mumbling and sort of generally a bit.
Gregor, calm down. I get him to sit down, and I kneel down and say, Gregor, please calm down. I need you to be calm, and I need to know, can you remember how you got here?
He sort of looks around at himself. Looks at you, and he looks around himself, and he says, "I was outside the courthouse, and one moment I was sort of talking to Ceravel, and then the next minute, I'm falling off a chair in this house." And I stumble outside and you're there.
Okay, Gregor. So I need to ask you something. When we go outside, I need you to stay with Galandra. I need you to keep your eyes open. If you remember anything else, or if anything feels wrong, please let her know, and please watch out, so that if she's looking in one direction, you're looking in another. There is something odd going on here, and we need to be careful.
He said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, anything. Yes.
Thank you. And I reach into my. I said, "Are you armed?"
He sort of kind of pats himself, and then he sort of kind of hits his. He hits a sword on his side. Yes, I am.
Good. Do not take it off. Do not let it leave your sight. And be very careful. Because something is going on here. And it doesn't feel right. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I fear that there is something very wrong going on. But it's hard to identify what it is. Stay with and watch out for Galandra. And we will look out for you as well.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you. He bows and he says, "By my sword, I swear to protect Lady Galandra."
Thank you, Trick. Let's leave now. And remember, if anyone asks, I was just making sure you're okay.
Of course. So you both walk out. Galandra's still sitting there, perplexed by the whole thing. And he sort of kind of comes up to you and he's like, so the trial went well, my lady? And he sort of kind of steps in beside you.
I catch Galandra's eye and I nod and indicate Gregor. Just to show that he is who he says he is.
Well, it maybe was and wasn't the outcome we thought that it would be, and I'm kind of like mumbling because I'm like, I just look at him and I'm just like, how did you get here?
He says, I don't. He doesn't know. He's just I don't know.
So I walk over to Arno and leaning close and whisper to him, "How well do you know your friend? Because something is not right."
I feel it too, but I know her as well as I know myself. There is no reason she would ever put me in danger.
Do you know her as well as a certain former opponent of ours was known by his friends and family, who had lived with him all their lives? Gregor was outside of the courthouse with Cyrabel, and as he was mentioned, he found himself here. Something is not right.
I want you all to give me a wisdom check or a wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Oh, not wisdom.
Give me
Please,
a
not
wisdom save.
This is my time to shine. Come
Is
on.
Is this before the 10-minute ritual casting is
Yes,
over? Or,
yes, it is.
Oh, I actually got a decent one.
Good old Val. I
advantage.
give you an increase in stats as well, Val.
I thought I actually,
It's just
You're
the
still
dice.
feeling?
It's just the dice.
Yeah.
Like,
I
just
thought that was
don't
going to be
know.
Galandra's, to be honest, just because she jinxed it by saying this is my time to shine.
Nah, the dice gods just hate Val all the time. You
When-
never going to change.
Val just
What
loves
are
the red
the,
numbers.
It's so funny.
Bartholomew, give me a
Yes, I
wisdom.
was trying to find the saving box. It was like it's on there somewhere.
Okay, you can carry on with your ritual, Galandra. You feel something sort of pushing into your mind, but you sort of kind of shake it off. Nothing happens. Val, you feel extremely sort of like for a warrior. It's odd, but it feels right. You just feel like this is a wonderful place. You've been happier than you've probably ever been in your entire life. You're just sort of taken by you're taken by the place. It's for all intents and purposes enchanted you. You are you're basically like, yeah, let's go to the let's go and
Let's make
have
a
a few
home
drinks.
here.
Let's have some drinks, and then we can sort of deal with the witch. And you're
Do you
just
remember what happened last time Val drank?
Paladin.
Tharaval, again, you're sort of, you feel something sort of, not, it's sort of like, it's not offensive, but you feel something touching your mind. You
Are we like consciously aware of this? So we're like, we can verbalize like, hey, I just felt something, or no, that just
You can
never.
say that if you wish. Arno, I'll go through you and then you can Arno, you again, like Val, you sort of see why Selena is taken by this place. There's something here that sort of makes you feel warm, and more so because she's here as well. You feel a lot more sort of like, this is a wonderful place, and you can see that doubt that you had initially is starting to fade. It's not as present there. You understand maybe more why she's here, and why
Okay.
she would be here.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Mark, you rolled a normal wisdom check. Is your mod on your save any higher than +2?
No, my wisdom modifier is +2.
Save as well.
It's got 10. He got 10 +2. Yeah. Okay, and Lance, again, you like Val and Arno and is there anybody else who fell for it? Yeah. Do you sort of feel warm and fuzzy and sort of it's not what you're used to, especially what bearing in mind who you are and what you've come from. It's an inviting place. You feel like you want to defend it, and you want to be a part of it, and you want to exist in it.
So
Can a Warforged get acid reflux?
with regards to that conversation, then Arno would say, "Look, I've known her, and there's nobody who really knows my relationship with her. I don't see why there would be any deception behind this. I just ask you to trust her. There will be good reason behind this."
Okay.
Just,
Sorry, carry on.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just there's something that I want to like this place, but there's something odd.
As do I. It is so tranquil and beautiful.
I think you will sort of Lance and Arno, you will. I think your brain will start, with the doubt that you've had. It will be maybe because you've had hard lives and you've had sort of you've seen a lot of shit and you're not used to it, and you're feeling that something normal for once is odd and alien. Sure. And that's how you're sort of that's where your brain's like, there must be something wrong because nothing good happens, nothing like this happens.
Conrad really wants to do something, but Arno can't.
Okay. So Bartholomew, we'll say your 10. You will say your 10 minutes is up. Okay. So what is it you're doing?
So I'm just doing detect magic. So I've got for the next 10 minutes, I've got complete sight of if magic's being cast within 30 feet of me, what school it is, on who or what object. If there's different spells being cast, then I'll be able to tell the difference between them. I don't think I get to know what exactly what the magic is if it is a spell, but I do get to know if it's abjuration or divination or whatever. If there's I think it's a foot of stone that'll block it. If it's a layer of lead between, that'll block it.
Okay.
It's the presence of magic within 30 feet of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just check something.
He sees an aura around whatever is magical around him. So.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. I'm guessing that I'm trying to check out if Selena and the mayor might have anything going on with them, and then the buildings and objects and stuff around us, just to see how real all this shit is.
Okay, so detection. Okay, so there is a strong sense of magic surrounding this place. I couldn't tell you what sort of school it's from, because it's homebrewed. So let me just think.
If it's illusionary,
this is giving me.
Yeah, it is. I guess it would be illusionary in certain ways. Yes.
Giving me one-shot vibes, Matt.
Darable takes out his mirror and looks at it.
Is it like a single source?
No, it's
around us, or is it a whole sort of the whole place?
You can tell that. You can tell that there's something coming from. There's something coming from Selena. You gauge something even coming from Gregor. There's a lot, but there's a lot of sort of kind of around you. It feels like it's everywhere, but it's more. There are certain sort of points. You sort of look at specific people in as they're passing you, and you can see some people. You just feel like there's something on them more than there is in some of the other. Some of them are completely there's no sense of magic. There's a general sense of magic in the air, but there's specific people who have it more stronger than others.
Okay.
Including Selena, including Gregor, including some of the people who are sort of kind of walking around.
Cool. And you said it was illusory,
yeah.
I got that right.
Yeah. Illusionary or illusory? I'm not sure. Whatever.
Illusory.
Illusory.
The school of magic is the school of illusion. So yeah, illusionary.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll make way over, and then I'll go on.
Can the rest of us tell? You know how there's some of us that are like, we're fine, but can we tell that like obviously like I don't know who else, but obviously specifically Val, who's obviously kind of like.
This is the
"Oh,
best place
yeah.
ever.
Like, I mean,
So
yeah,
much room for
like, can we tell,
activities.
yeah, like, can we like tell, like, like, why are you so happy about this?
Yeah,
kind of thing? Like,
well, you can give me an insight into the others to see if you're sort of kind of gauging their feelings. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Val has a massive grin on his face. He it is the first time I think you've probably ever seen him smile in your acquaintance, bar maybe cracking a bit of a grin when he sort of said he's made a quip against you, but it's like it's a proper sort of like he's just happy. He's happy.
so, can I just do something really quick? Can I just look at Val and I say, I'm really sorry about this. I mean nothing by it, and I'll punch him square in the face.
You're just gonna hit him?
Yes.
Okay.
I see what she's doing. I see
Yeah.
what she's doing.
No, you don't.
Roll me a hit. Roll
The
me a
only,
hit.
the only one that might know what I'm doing is Mike, but we'll not go into that. And possibly
I'm
Matt.
lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do I have to roll?
By the way, if you got the mirror out, you didn't see anything in the mirror.
and he covers his ears. So Tharble's like standing there with like the mirror between his elbows.
Everybody's
Sort of
looking
about.
Everybody's looking at Tharbal, going, "What the hell are you doing?" You throw me a hit to see if you punch Tharbal. You punch Val. Just give me a hit. Just give me a
Attack. Just
an
normal
attack.
attack.
Just normal attack.
Unarmed attack. You'll have it on your action bar.
Or not? I don't think I've ever used an unarmed attack. I don't know.
It's called unarmed strike.
I don't actually have one of
That's
I
those.
don't have that.
No, I don't have that either.
Just,
really?
just give me one with Huthway's Bane, and then we'll take off the modifiers.
It'd just be a D20 plus your strength modifier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mac-
D20 plus strength.
Fucking
Yeah, just-
Bane.
Bane.
Huthway. So
manually.
you failed to hit him.
My armor
I'm-
protected me.
Yeah, well, he's got
Your
high.
face?
He's got a high AC though, so it's just sort of, and it's an unarmed attack. So you got a 15 plus 1 for your strength, so you got 16. So you sort of swing at him, and he sort of looks at you with shock. Val,
He's in a like happy trance.
he's in a
No,
happy-
it's strength plus proficiency, so that's right. She rolled a 20. It's 15 plus 1.
Okay, so what's your AC?
20.
20. Yeah, it's 20. So you half it away. So she got 15 plus 1 plus 4.
Yeah, she
I'm
did
not,
hit.
I'm not looking to like really injure him. I'm just punch
More
him
for
in the
narrative
nose.
effect.
Got a face
Yeah.
You
on a
went for a
punch.
punch instead of a slap, Galandra, so you need to roll damage now.
Yeah,
It's
roll.
alright.
You got yeah. So roll me a D8, I guess, for your damage.
No, I think unarmed strike is just your strength mod, so it'll just be 1 damage, won't it?
Okay. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter. She strikes you, and I thought Huthway gave you a bonus on attacks as well. I don't know why it's not giving you strength plus
It's been a long
4,
time since I've used it.
20 plus
So
1 plus
plus
strength.
five.
Plus, yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, you go over and you strike him and you hit him in the face. Give me another wisdom. Give me another wisdom save,
Val.
Val. Yeah, yeah.
Mr.
So,
Val. Oh, he's not smiling anymore.
yeah. So, that sort of
Wisdom,
hit
yeah.
you. Everybody's like, the mayor's shocked, and everybody sort of looks around, and Selena sort of kind of puts her hand on her hand and gasps, and
Is it bad that I throw my head back and laugh?
Yeah, Lance is just loving the whole situation still.
I apologize first.
But you sort of that sort of feeling, you get back to normality. You feel a bit silly. You're annoyed that you've been punched in the face, but that feeling seems to have sort
Quick
of
to forgive.
gone.
It dies down fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Do a session of slapping villages until the entire village is mended.
Just go and punching everybody. I'm kind of looking at him to like gauge on whether what I was thinking has like worked. So I'm like looking at him like, hello.
Val for like a second looks like he's about to hit her back, and then he just holds his nose instead and adjusts it slightly. He's like, "Did you break my nose?"
Wipes the tears away from his face.
Yeah. The mayor says,
Tell me my mum.
have I missed something? We don't want any trouble here.
This is just how we communicate. It's fine. I was just testing something.
Warriors have shorthand.
It's her love language.
Yeah.
While this is going on, can Barty approach Arno?
Yes.
And
Punch him in the face.
I think he's got
Stop punching everybody.
Yeah.
If you do go around and start punching everybody, it may be slightly suspicious, but it's up to you.
Yeah. I'll sneak over towards Arno, like just not like sneakily, but just like shift over quite quietly while people are getting punched in the face. And I'll just say, there's an illusion has been placed over this entire place now. I don't want to upset you, but I think your friend Selena, I think she's called. She's completely taken by it, as well as the mayor and most of the village. If we're going to get to the bottom of it, well, I don't think there'll be much help to us.
You must be mistaken.
Yeah. Carry on. Sorry, carry on.
Sorry.
You must be mistaken.
Yeah, you must be mistaken.
No. She's gone. Well, to a certain extent, it depends what the spell is. But whatever magic is going on here, she's completely going along with it. She might not know.
It does not surprise me that you see magic around her person. She's quite special as an individual.
Oh, not in this case. She's completely average.
That's going to annoy you.
Savage.
Yeah. I'll sort of scowl. I have zero trust for this ponce at the moment.
No.
She's gone.
We met only in the temple, but hey, I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean to upset you, but something is going on in the village, and unfortunately, your friend has also succumbed to it. Yeah.
You mean to tell me that this is not who I think it is?
No. It is who you think it is. It's just that she may not be acting of a sound mind, or she may not believe what around her is what it truly may be. Like I said, I don't know the details. I only know the broad strokes. There's an illusion, and she has fallen to it. That
just is not possible. This is something you must trust me on. If that is truly, and then he sort of pauses before he says Selena, like he's trying to recall. There is no way she would succumb to any kind of magical influence.
Interesting.
The mayor sort of says to you, I'm sorry to interrupt. I have much work to be done. Please do rest. Have some drinks on me and some food. Tomorrow maybe you can sort out your she looks at Galandra and Val. Maybe you can sort out your differences over a couple of cups of mead.
I think that'll never be said.
Thank you for offering your help, and good luck with your search tomorrow. I hope it brings success. and he sort of kind of gives you a bit of a bow and then walks back into his building.
Can Bartholomew roll a persuasion on me, Matt?
He can at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Barty's got no. He doesn't care if he's believed or not. He's just wanted to give out a heads up.
So you're not actively. Yeah, but in the way that you said it, you were kind of trying to persuade me, weren't you?
Yeah. So that's a flaw with myself, I suppose.
So you might as well roll it at a disadvantage.
Yeah, sure.
This is purely for what Arno would do next. He either will just ignore you or he'll take action.
Persuasion, did you say?
Yeah.
While this is going on, I pat Val on the shoulder and tell him to walk it off.
No, like Arno would just be like, fool of a took.
Yeah, fool of a took. Okay, so I'll move you on unless there's anything you really you desperately need to do. But the sun is setting along one of the roads. It's very beautiful. Lance is sort of kind of standing there. He's sort of feels like he's basking in its glow as it sort of kind of goes down, and he's sort of nodding his head. You don't whatever's going through his mind at this moment in time. And
me and Val need to team up to punch.
Yeah,
Val. The warlord.
And you make your way to the inn. As people sort of kind of say, nod their heads and sort of kind of take themselves up. People start closing up their shops, and a couple of them go into the tavern to have a few drinks.
On the way to the inn, I'm just going to ask Gregor if he saw any sort of portal light or like anything when he was transported here.
He does. He's like, I don't know, my lady. One minute I was outside, and the next minute I'm here.
Okay. I'll tell him to keep his wits about him.
Okay. So you make your way into the tavern. You take a seat. I guess I've got a tavern thing. I don't want to spend too much time in the tavern because I've got I'll get you rested and then move on.
I have no intention of drinking.
So you go in. Oh, I did have a town picture. Could have. There you go, little village picture. I completely forgot about. But yeah. So there's Arno in the lights. Yeah. You. We'll go back to
bringing on the chandelier.
We'll go back to tavern music, the standard tavern music.
Bam, bam, bam.
So you go into the tavern, you sit down. Again, you're feeling like it's you walk in weird. And it's like that first time you walked into the Babbling Bat when you first came to Balon. It's got that sort of vibe to it. You see, like Lance, you walk in and you're sure you see momentarily. You see Thomas sitting by the fire where he was when you first met, but you sort of kind of go over to the guy and it's somebody else. He just sort of kind of looks at you and smiles and brings up a drink. It's again very familiar. It's all very sort of you've all got sort of memories of a place just like this. Lady comes over. All right, my loves. What can I get you?
So hard to RP. Well, when you're telling us, like, when we keep failing these things, it's so hard to RP anything else.
It's like, all right, my loves. What can I get you? I believe the mayor's giving you some free food and board. So whatever you want, you just let Annie know and I'll get it for you.
I'll have a pint of milk.
Oh, you sure you don't want something stronger? I think you've had a bit of a rough day, my friend. And she points to your nose.
I can deal with that later on.
By the way, but you have a flaw for alcohol, by the way. Just an FYI.
I know. So I'm trying to ask for milk.
So she's offered you.
milk spirit.
She's offered you booze. I would like you to
persuasion.
roll. I would like you. Oh, I could try. I would like you to roll to persuade against yourself. So roll persuasion on yourself.
I will also say to Val, do we think this is a good idea? And I'm going to try and persuade him not to.
Okay, so he thinks
Yeah,
that
but you like drinking too.
He thinks that's true.
Nope, that was an affliction I had when I had the darkness within me. I now do not.
You are like, okay, make it Kyrelian. Make that milk a Kyrelian, and then it's sort of like,
shandy.
Yeah, it's sort of, and she's like, and she get, oh yes sir, I'll get that for you. So she's like, what about the rest of you? What were you like?
I just look at her and shake my head.
And she's like,
does the same. He shakes his head.
Okay.
I'm good, thank you, my lady.
What about you? Selena says to you, a drink to friendship and to the future, my friend. And then obviously she, under her voice, whispers your name.
Oh, kinky.
I'm assuming that we don't actually know his real name yet, do we?
No.
Okay, can I roll perception to see if I hear this?
Yes.
Are we all sat at the same table?
You're
Are we all sat at the same table?
Yes, you're all at the same table. You're all at the same table. No, you do not. Okay, so I'm gonna get a few drinks they bring over. I'm not going to sort of kind of have another massive drinking session where Valashil gets tanked and ends up unconscious and stuff. So we'll just have, you have a meal. She brings some food down, some bread, some cheese. It's some of the best bread you've ever had, some of the best cheese. It's very good. Arno's sitting there with Selena laughing and sort of, for somebody, Arno, you're feeling that this person has been always quite aloof with you and quite sort of, it's never been an easy relationship in your brain, but for some reason it just feels good and right, and she's being a lot more attentive and.
I don't think anything of it. Like, I just roll with it, right?
Yes, you just. At this moment in time, you're just sort of rolling with it. There's sort of like, it's making you happier. You are feeling quite happy.
And Arno really hasn't been happy in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So this will be, unless he realizes that to himself, then it's really definitely really good.
It's really cruel to bring gaslighting into Dungeons and Dragons.
So you get some bread, you get some cheese, you get some things. It's there's people around, there's some good music going on. Everything seems quite fine. It comes towards the sort of the end of the night, and the bar lady sort of comes up and says, "All right, my loves, we're closing up soon. There's some very warm beds up there for you. Have yourselves a good night, and I'll see you for breakfast in the morning."
I have a question here, and it's with relation to Arno, but probably to Lance as well. The others might not know this, but I know Lance doesn't sleep, but neither does Arno. Would Arno feel compelled in this condition to actually go to bed and rest?
Yes. Selena would probably be. She's like. She would say to you, well, no, she's like,
in a private room, boy.
Yeah,
Lead you by the hand.
No, she's like, I will leave
Let's
you.
see your little man, little man.
I will leave you be, my love, and please do rest. Please do sleep well. Because we have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow to try and find this witch.
Okay. I know. Well, obviously, in his state, he'll just go along with it. But yeah, and I guess nobody knows that this is foreign to him for quite a few years.
Yeah. Yep. No metagaming here. So right, you take yourselves off. Valashul is reasonably drunk, but not as sort of bad as he's been.
I would like to make sure that we either barricade the door and have somebody on watch all the time, and I would also like to take out my diary and write a recall of everything I can remember right now and put it under my pillow.
What are you talking about, Danny? I don't know where you're
The
going.
paranoia level.
I help Valashul upstairs, and going to my room, I drag a chair out and sit at the top of the stairs and nod to Danny and tell her to rest well.
Okay. Yeah. So some of you haven't been. They've been through. They've seen shit. So they've got. They've been through something possibly
I have
similar.
a diary with all of my notes on everything I've learned today, everybody I met, where we're all staying. It's all written down under my pillow.
All right. Okay.
All I can say is, if in situations like this, if someone says the word fireball or thunderclap, I'd run for cover.
How does it work with your resting, by the way, Lance? Again, how does that work?
Effectively, it's like it's the same sort of thing as a Space Marine has, where basically part of me rests and part of me doesn't.
Right. Okay. So you sort of you're alert, but you're sort of kind of shut down. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
I'm in a limited form of sleep.
Okay.
But I'm aware of everything that's going around.
Okay.
On a hair trigger.
All right. So you take yourselves off to sleep, and you sort of kind of sink into your beds, and they are the most comfortable, warm beds that you have ever slept in. They just feel good. Arno, you actually feel tired. You feel like you want to sort of sink into this bed and dream about, sort of feel what what's happened to you in this day in this wonderful place, with with Selena there. So, right, what time is it? Right, okay, we can do this bit and then we'll sort of maybe leave it at that. But so I need you all to give me another wisdom save.
We are very well into a coma.
Before sleep, can I also detect magic again, just as like a regular spell slot this time, just to make sure that illusion, whatever it is still ongoing. It's not just like something that happened when we entered the village.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, cool. Cheers, mate. It was wisdom, wasn't it?
Wisdom, yes.
Wisdom save.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, this is gonna be a good night. This is gonna be a good night. Yeah, has everybody rolled? Has everybody? We need you.
Val hasn't rolled.
Val, you.
Val, come on.
And Val roll negative.
We need one person awake to do the slapping.
Okay, so
Fantastic. This is all going the DM's way.
Yeah, fuck it is as well. It's awesome.
Never happened.
Okay, so all of you, Lance, that part of you that doesn't shuts off. You actually fully sort of recline into sort of.
Right. As I am a construction, I have constructed resilience. So I have advantage in saving throws.
You got a 4 and a 4.
Don't need to sleep, and magic can't put me to sleep.
Right.
If you scroll up.
This is a charm effect, elves will have advantage against it, by the way.
Yeah, I've got...
Oh, you got an 8 and a 12. Never mind.
Yeah, so that was also going to take.
Okay, right, so we'll... yeah, okay, fine. Well, that's fine. It doesn't really have any massive effect on you being awake or not and stuff. It's just about sort of... Would you dream? Would you have dreams? Would Warforged have dreams?
Not that I'm aware of. They're constructs, aren't they?
You've got sentience and stuff, I guess, sort of, if you're... okay, I'll just... Okay, okay, so... We will...
I just found the best GIF ever.
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit late after the time, but I have got the lucky feet, bit like variant human. So I could roll an extra d20 and take that result. Oh, I think you have to take that result, so it could be worse, but I'm guessing I've already failed. You've already sort of like said if it's going to be bad or not.
Yeah, so I have.
I won't hold it against you for saying no.
I'm going to say no because I think this sort of means I don't have to think on my feet. I can just sort of kind of go with it and stuff. Right. So you all
Just give the DM what he wants for a change.
Yeah, it so rarely happens.
Yeah. So you sort of go to sleep. It's a very sort of deep sleep. You're all, after the few drink and the food, you're feeling really good about the place again. Again, all those doubts that were there are starting to feel like, these were nice people. We had a good night. Are we feeling doubt because we've just been living in a car crash for the last 6 months or how long it's been? Are we just being overly suspicious of something that is just nice? So here we're gonna go for first. So okay, let me do... Oh, did I leave this now? Because I'm just trying to think. What time do people need to leave at?
I'm
I'll
good
be
as
to
long
leave
as
at
you
11.
want.
I'm sorted.
Say it again?
I'm good.
I'll-
Yeah.
I'm fine
I don't wanna
until
stop.
the little one starts stirring.
So nobody has to go sort of imminently?
I don't need to go
No, let's
urgently,
keep
no.
going. Let's keep going.
I only have
I'm
I'll
just
only
like-
have to if Freddie wakes up.
Should we say another
I
half
can-
hour?
Yeah, so,
We're
okay.
half 10 now.
So, I will, Alright, okay. Who am I going to start with? Let's start
Let's
from...
point out that I don't eat or drink either.
Yeah.
So you're definitely not helping yourself with that.
Roll a
That introduction.
Yeah, well, okay,
Roll a
whatever.
D6 and
Let's
take a
just say you're happy with the situation. You're happy with the people. You're happy with the surroundings. They're 3/4 of the people have been eating and are happy with that. Whatever Warforges are happy about, you're happy about. There you go. There you go. You're happy about being sort of not sort of a tree.
Not
Yeah.
dead.
Okay, so we are going to start with.
Starts looking inconspicuous. It's like, don't make eye contact.
I'm watching this little gremlin. You can't even see it.
Blow it out.
Too blurry.
We're going to start with Bartholomew, I think. So you just sort of like, so I remember, you come from the main sort of capital of Kyrelia, don't you? Which
That's
name,
right, yeah.
It's a name I completely forget all the time, but okay. So you start dreaming, and you start dreaming of the city, and again, so just make sure you're sort of you're all about the knowledge, and you're really driven about finding knowledge and finding sort of it would be your prime drive at the detriment of maybe other things.
Yeah, that's it. I've forsaken like the family business of like they were just like getting like really like rare books and selling them on. To go and find my fortune. What I want to do is like just either relearn an ancient secret long forgotten, or find my own sort of like school of magic to found, so I can be remembered forever.
Okay, so
It's my jam.
You've sort of left. You find yourself at the moment that you sort of had this eureka moment. You're just like, I'm not going to be a part of that of my family business anymore. I'm going to find my own. I'm gonna find my own school of magic. I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna know everything. I'm gonna be powerful. You've just got all these ideas running through your head, and the sort of makes you feel just sort of like great and amazing as you're sort of kind of walking through the streets of the city. As you do, you notice a a beggar sort of at the side of the road, and she's like, "Oh, please, sir, can I have can you spare some change?" And you sort of just, you're just like, no, I haven't got enough time for you. I'm not interested. You should sort of kind of go off towards one of the libraries, as you're sort of kind of dead set on finding, reading new things, finding out new things, doing, becoming who you want to become. You seem to sort of kind of pass, it's quite one of the slums, I guess. So there's a lot of people who are there and asking for help, and you're just like, man, no, I'm not interested. I need to do my thing. As you go into the library, you then. I'm going to do this. Okay, you then you do your reading, you come back out. As you do, and you start walking through the streets, you see every person that you passed is dead. The person that you've ignored is dead, and not sort of just peacefully. They look quite, they're misshapen, and it's quite horrific. And every person you pass is looking grim, and you can't help but sort of feel this sort of kind of dread and sort of sickness at this sight of these people that you've ignored as you've gone past into the library. The last person, or the first person that you saw when she sort of kind of looks at you as she's sort of kind of coughing, this sort of kind of mucusy stuff coming out of her mouth. She looks at you and says, "You've killed us," and she coughs, and some of the stuff splatters onto your face. Roll me wisdom save again.
Oh man, that is disgusting.
You sort of kind of, you feel a bit of you feel it in your face, and you sort of like, it's a bit of a shock, and you feel sort of a bit distressed, to the point where you sort of find yourself woken up. You wake up in a bit of a cold sweat. Everything's silent. You can hear sort of kind of crickets outside. Nothing, just seems like it was a bad dream.
Ooh.
Okay, so Tharaval, you are sitting where are you going to be sitting? See, part of me kind of, because I had vague ideas what I was going to do with this part, but I was like, I thought I feel like I might want to stop so I can put a bit more thought into these stories.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get fleshed out better than.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to sort of kind of. I'll sort of. I've got vague ideas on what the things, but I wasn't sure how far we would get, so I didn't want to sort of.
No worries.
You'll probably miss
that dream was nasty.
Yeah,
you'll miss stuff you want to say
in an awesome way.
Yeah, so I'll probably leave it, because I kind of want to have a story for each of you.
Okay.
Your dream, and then we can.
Yeah.
I got a little bit nervous after hearing Bartholomew's.
Yes, I wasn't looking forward
we in
to
a horror?
This is
Are we in
going to
a
be
horror
dark.
Like,
This
Oh,
is good.
please let there be a dead dog.
No, Freddy Krueger.
Do you know what, Mike?
Things dying.
I was I was very tempted, but I thought that would be a bit too close to the bone and stuff. And I feel like the go-to sort of how to fuck Michael up is to fuck with his dog. So it's like I could have done that, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna fuck with the Nook.
You're gonna
And
you're gonna
Fireball
have to
into D&D John Wick.
You're gonna have to
Hug
come
her.
up with some serious shit to like make Galandra upset or thing. I'm expecting a good story.
Yeah.
Trying to get-
So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I think because I would have just sort of I would have just sort of kind of tried to make stuff up, and like I said, I've got an idea for each of you, but I would have had to make it up, and I don't really want to sort of kind of. I've got through most of my tree without any major deviations, so I think we can stop it there. And then that means I can give you a bit of I can give you an interesting dream. If you want, I can elaborate on your dream a bit more. We can start again with yours if you want, Becky. And stuff.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I
I'm
enjoyed that
a bit.
too.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to bed for a little while now. give it a minute.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do that, and then I'll give you all your own little dream sequence, which will tie into something within your backstory and stuff, and then we can carry on with the bit tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week.
All right.
Cool. Right.
Wait to write a spreadsheet for the stories.
Yeah, well, no, it's literally just going to be a story each and stuff. The next part is should be interesting. We'll just see how it goes. I haven't got. No, yeah, we'll see how it goes. It could be. Like I said, it should be familiar to some of you, but it's not going to be exactly the same. So just be aware. I know. The thing is, Danny, you think, oh, I've got him now. I know exactly what's going to happen. You don't.
Well, no, I'm
Mark. Actually,
Mark,
how many of the Horus Heresy books have you read, by the way?
Not many.
All right. Okay. So
Just
that's all
a
right.
few here and there.
There we go.
We're gonna have to go and read these then.
There's a part. There's
How many-
basically.
how
I've taken the inspiration from one of them. There's a part of it, and I was like, that's such a good way because what I was going to do here.
You're gonna give it away.
I know I'm not going to give away. I'm just saying, like, I had this sort of really over elaborate thing. I was like, I'm going to do this, and then I had that idea, and I went, no, I can simplify it, and then do this, and then this will tie everything together. And I was just like, right, okay, so I'll do that.
I love a good mystery.
Yeah.
And this is really like.
I love it, and it makes me annoyed at the same time.
That's the thing.
Yeah, she's got to wait.
What do you mean I wasn't right?
I kind of like the idea that if, like, you're given the option whether about if something's being said to a particular character, if you like everybody else gets muted. I kind of like the idea of doing that because it leaves us out of the loop and it actually prevents the meta in sort of a way because otherwise you can play off it. But I think it might if we did that sort of going forward, not all the time, but it might just make it a bit more interesting and sort of.
Yeah, well,
engaging as
it's
well.
like getting pulled out into a
Sometimes
separate
we, like-
room, innit?
Yeah,
There's so many times where like meta stuff, and I'm like, don't say it, don't fucking say it, don't say anything. when Lance pulled Gregor aside, and Gregor was like, I will always protect Lady Grandra, and I was like, I don't need fucking protecting.
But of course, it's not about. It's about making sure he's where you can protect him because he'll stay close to you.
No, that's what my inner feminism, which I actually hate, but I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't need more protecting. Blah, blah,
But then
blah.
your inner mum will realize what I'm doing. I thought.
What was it?
Let them fend for themselves.
Roll20 have introduced they've added to the whisper feature on their internal comms system, so like players can like whisper to each other now, and it just like creates so many shenanigans. It's like all the players ganging up on the DM again.
Yeah, so no ganging up in the DM. No talking amongst yourselves.
Again.
If I feel like
Again.
I think because like Conrad said, you kind of knew. We had a little bit of what's going on in his past, so it wasn't sort of giving it all away, sort of you hearing it stuff. But I was like, if I make them mute themselves, then it's only just him, and that will add a bit more mystery to it. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but you already covered that in the previous session. Like
we knew about Kivy anyway.
Yeah, when I transported and spoke to the old man, like Kibby was there and everything, so they already Like, do you not remember Galandra's face? Danny's face? even?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's
Oh,
it. So it's just
amazing.
like that was it. So it's just like you kind of know about it already. So it's not
Yeah,
the end of the world.
If it was like if we got muted and stuff all the time, you wouldn't get those reactions to things because majority of the time it's like meta reactions.
But then
Yeah,
you would get it whenever you actually do find out in person. Like you'd be like, what the?
Yeah, but if it's a character like Valishal, he's not going to tell anyone unless they ask. So
Well, let's just say there's going to be some
Oh, I know,
there's
Brody, do they
going to
do
be
things?
some big surprises. All being well, hopefully, if you keep on rolling like that, it will. There will be some big surprises coming up. But yeah, so awesome. Right.
Nice.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there. And then next week, I will hopefully have some additional dreams for you all. And then we can move forward with that.
I will definitely be here next week. Or in 4 weeks, maybe not, but you'll have a month's notice anyway.
Okay. Right. Well, cheers, everybody. Much appreciated for tonight. I've been Matt Geary. With me has been Conrad as Arnold Jerkel.
Good night.
Mike as Tharful Eldon.
Good night, everyone.
Wes as Valishal Nostius.
bye, everyone.
Lecky as Bartholomew Pringle.
Good night.
Mark as Lance. And I don't know what to say. I think just nodded his head. And Danny as Galander Rivenstar.
Good night.
No.